Hello, we are Team 2132, and this is our video presentation showcasing our progress at the end of Sprint 2 for our project Harvest4Us. Our client is the Atlanta Mobile Market, where our team is designing an Android application that connects local farmers to their community, making it easy for consumers to buy fresh produce. Our goals for Sprint 2 were to 1. Finish setting up the backend and AWS database for authentication functionality. 2. Add categorical sections for our educational resources page. And 3. Transition the old navigation menu to a bottom navigation bar. This presentation will walk through these updates and showcase a demo of the app's current state.
Let's start with the backend accomplishments. In the last sprint, we laid out the groundwork for migrating the backend from Boto 3 to Flask, and in this sprint, we continued fleshing out some of the core backend functionality and API endpoints. The backend is now fully set up and linked to the remote AWS database. This sprint, we focused on developing authentication functionality, namely allowing existing users to log in using their credentials and allowing new users to register an account. The relevant user stories are listed on the slide. We will continue developing core backend functionality in the coming sprints.
Moving on to the updates related to the educational and resources page. To increase navigability, we added category titles to separate related articles. This allows users to quickly locate an article related to the topic they are interested in learning more about. These categories include farmers markets, government nutrition programs, healthy eating, and community food support.
Another improvement we made on the front end was to incorporate our bottom navigation bar as opposed to the previous team's side navigation buttons. By adding this, the content no longer covers the buttons on the page, making it more accessible by lessening the chance for a user to misclick on an item because there are less clickable areas overlapping each other. This bar can be used regardless of what page the user is on, making it easier for them to switch between screens and navigate through the app.
Now we'll move on to the video demo showing off the new features from Sprint 2. So first we'll start with authentication. We'll first start by inputting an incorrect username and password, and the front end will connect to the back end and determine that that username and password is invalid. So we'll create a new user. We'll input a first and last name for the user, as well as a username and a password. And now that user is registered with the database, and we'll be able to use it to authenticate and log in. Now that we're inside the app, you can first notice the navigation bar at the bottom that'll let us move between the different sections of the app. You can also notice the new categories that have been added to the educational and resources page. We can use a navigation bar to move between various areas, including the account, back to the educational page. We could go back to the home page, and we could also go back to the farms page as well. So the navigation bar serves as a one-stop shop for navigating through the entire app. This concludes our Sprint 2 demo. Thank you for listening.